Mary Jo Foley is a blogger that I enjoy reading from time to time. And recently she wrote a blog about, to the effect, does the Windows 7 team have too much Apple envy? And boy, she got a lot of responses to it. And I just want to read this little bit from a recent blog that she wrote. She said, "My recent plea to the Windows team to resist the temptation of making Windows 7 more Mac-like didn't fall on deaf ears. And while I seriously doubt it influenced many or any in Redmond, it definitely elicited some strong opinions, both in agreement and in opposition to my premise. A quick recap. Blogger Paul Thurrot recently raised the issue of what constitutes simple versus easy when it comes to operating system interfaces. Like Thurrot, I worry that Microsoft's Apple envy is leading the Windows team to make some user interface choices that could potentially result in Windows 7 looking and working more like the Mac OS X more than Windows. Of course, if you're in the camp that prefers the Mac operating system look and feel, then Microsoft's directions are less worrisome than if you're someone like me who prefers the traditional pre-Vista user interface. And yes, Mac users, it is possible for somebody to actually prefer Windows, the look of Windows, over Mac." She says, "Unlike some readers, I don't favor Windows because it's more user customizable or more of a power user platform, as some argue. I am simply more used to Windows, so it is more intuitive to me." Well, I think here at the end of the day, a good idea is a good idea. The Arch is a great idea. It's a classic. It's going to be around, 3,000 years ago. It'll be around 3,000 years from now. There are certain good elements that when they work and they make sense and they're easy to understand, then they're going to be used. The desktop metaphor makes sense to a lot of people. And that's common to both platforms, the desktop metaphor, the trash can, the recycle bin, so forth. Now, the question is Microsoft really envious of Apple and they're really trying to make Windows 7 look like Mac OS X? Well, maybe to a degree, but I don't think that all of it's intentional. There's just certain good ideas and certain metaphors that make sense, and if it makes sense, it makes sense. You could make the case that with the new taskbar in Windows 7 tends to be more like the dock. And I got to be honest with you, one of the things in the Mac operating system I'm not terribly crazy about is the dock. That being said, there's an excellent little freebie application called Quicksilver, and I use it quite a bit rather than having too many favorites on the dock. But that being said, I think Microsoft, I haven't had a chance to see Windows 7 up close and personal, only pictures and screenshots and all that. A friend of mine on here, Dragon Ball Jiu-Jitsu, has seen it. And I think he kind of likes the direction of some of that. So I don't really think it's a form of Apple envy more than it is, hey, this is there's some good ideas out there, some good metaphors. Ease of use, that's what comes first, and that's what's going to be important to the customer. Now, I don't think that Microsoft's really hard at work copying Apple. When there's a good idea, there's a good idea. And I think Apple has also borrowed some things as well from Microsoft over the time. And everybody can kind of, make their pick about it. But it's what works best for you. And if you like the Windows Classic interface, Windows 95, God love you. I'm glad to move on. Move on, move on.